Welcome to the DeFi Standard. I'm Mickey B. Fresh, and I'm going to be your guide through the world of DeFi and especially the Flare network. So everyone's been talking about this network, the Flare network. What is it? We know it's a utility fork of the XRP Ledger, and we know it's built to connect other blockchains and other crypto assets to it. Now, the first network that's going to be connected to it is the XRP Ledger. Now, with the XRP Ledger, you're going to have this two-way bridge between the two networks. And the whole concept of Flare is to bring over trapped value on other networks. So there's all this financial energy being stored on the XRP Ledger in people's nanos. There's all this value being stored on the Bitcoin blockchain that's just sitting there. It's dormant capital and it's not being utilized. So the whole concept behind Flare is to be a utility network. So XRP, as being the first asset that's going to be able to be trustlessly issued onto Flare, is FXRP. Now, FXRP is a one-to-one representation of XRP. So anyone who holds XRP and can mint FXRP trustlessly. So that's called an originator. So what I want to do is explain the whole Flare network and its every component of it and all its different functionalities so that we as a community can fully understand the applications that get built on them and how they could be utilized and what is the utility then of the Flare token and FXRP and other FAssets brought onto the network. So we have to start at the beginning, and that's why the FXRP is starting at the beginning, because that's what us as a community is most familiar with, and it directly affects us. So I want to start there. Now, the originator could mint FXRP and bring that onto the XRP Ledger. Now, XRP has just gained smart contract capabilities on Flare with the Ethereum virtual machine. So it will be able to utilize all the same smart contracts that are built on Ethereum. So with the FXRP system, it is backed by Flare token, which is Spark. FLR is the ticker symbol. So agents put up 2.5 times the value of XRP in Spark tokens to back that FXRP issued on Flare. Now, it's not a true synthetic asset because the agents still hold the underlying asset that the originator had. That's that original XRP. That goes to the agent who runs a validator node on the XRP Ledger and also on the Flare network. Now that's this part of the state connector system. So now you have this asset, this one of the FAssets. The first one is FXRP. Now the originator pays a 5% fee for that. And you might say, that's a pretty high fee. But here's where the great things come in. Just for minting FXRP, there is a special rewards pool set up that will pay out daily rewards to anyone who mints FXRP and holds it will get daily rewards in Flare airdropped directly into their Flare wallet every single day. Now let's go over to the whale pool. And you can see here the general rewards whale pool starts with 7 billion And that was from the flare that was Ripple holds. So they didn't get that. Them and the founders, they hold roughly around $7 billion. So that went to the whale, the general rewards pool. Now, $5 billion was donated from the foundation out of their initial $30 billion. And now here's another thing I don't know if is new information, is that all unclaimed flare from XRP holders who did not claim their flare will go into this rewards pool. Now, currently, I believe there's around 20 billion unclaimed flare. So, figure this pool is going to be somewhere around 20 to 30 billion flare in it. And this does not add to the total supply. This is part of the 100 billion. Now, a percentage which hasn't been determined yet, but roughly around probably 0.2% would be paid out to FXRP holders who minted FXRP, and you would get your share of the supply of the minted FXRP would go to you. That 0.2% of, say, 25 billion every day would go to FXRP holders, and then broken upon how much FXRP you have amongst all the other, relative to all the other FXRP that's been minted out there. Now, on top of this, you could utilize and use your FXRP. And that's what makes this really different from proof of stake blockchains and proof of work blockchains, is because they don't allow you to utilize assets and earn at the same time. And now this is what makes Flare very special. Now this is just the FAssets we're talking about. So you could technically do this, and it's going to be possible to enter your FXRP into a collateralized debt position, which means you put up the collateral as an FAsset and you mint a stablecoin with that, just like MakerDAO or like Havo USDX. But you will be earning daily rewards in Flare tokens for that FXRP locked in the smart contract of the FXRP that you use to mint that stablecoin. So now you'll have that stablecoin, and what's even great about that is you could take that stablecoin and then bring that over to the XRP Ledger trustlessly. So now you're earning rewards for your FXRP that's locked in collateral, and if XRP goes up in price, you're gaining the capital appreciation from that. And now with that stablecoin, you could do whatever with it. You could trade it on the XRP Ledger. You could lend it out and earn even more. So also, as an FXRP holder, you have a FTSO vote. Now, this vote does not come with rewards the same way the Flare token vote comes with rewards when you delegate it. But some signal providers could compensate you with a fee. So that's a way to earn 3 forms of passive income from just holding your XRP, and in the form of FXRP, compared to right now where your financial energy is all locked up in either on an exchange wallet or a cold wallet doing nothing. Now all that financial energy has just turned into massive utility, because now you're minting onto the Flare network, which is providing utility, bringing value on. Now you're putting it in a collateral debt position to mint a stable coin, which is even more utility. And you're providing a data feed to the FTSO if you choose to. It's only to balance out. You don't earn specific rewards from the FTSO. It's just the data providers could provide you, compensate you a fee. Okay, so now that could be brought over to the ledger and used. That's the FAsset. The FXRP, if you did want to put in a collateral deposition, you could utilize it in any other smart contract like DeFi protocols on Flare Finance. Put it in a Flare Farm pool and let it earn interest. So you would be collecting your daily Flare rewards from just the minting of the FXRP, and you would be collecting the mining, the YFIN, out of the Flare Farm pool, all while obtaining capital appreciation if XRP goes up, and that would be to maximize. Now, if you want to minimize your risk, because there does come some risk with that in the collateral deposition, if XRP's price falls, you could get liquidated, but that's along the lines of David Schwartz's proposal. But if you just wanted to take the least risk possible, you just wanted to take your XRP and mint it to FXRP and just hold it in your wallet, you could do that, and you would just earn daily rewards of Flare every day, and it will be the highest in the beginning. So the less FXRP that's minted, the more share of the relative supply of FXRP that's out there you will earn of that 0.2% of, say, 25-30 billion that's delivered every day to your wallet. So they're incentivizing you massively. And this is just the FAsset. We haven't even got to the Flare token yet. Okay, so now on to the Flare token. We were airdropped these for free as XRP holders, and it was basically a 1-to-1 ratio. Now, 20 billion have not been claimed by non-custodial wallets. So we are going to get 15% of that initially at network launch. So only 15 will be given to all claimants, including Flare Limited and the Foundation. Well, the Foundation's a little different, but Flare Limited only gets 15% of theirs, 25 billion as well. And they're going to participate as an agent and data provider. So now what can I do with my Flare token? That's what everyone wants to ask. And the one thing to do is do not look at the prices on the exchanges or the IOUs. We have to change our mindset here and not focus solely on just capital appreciation. The Flare network is meant to be utilized, and utility and participating are extremely important. You have to think of that Flare token that you're receiving makes you a citizen, literally a citizen of the network, because it comes with a governance vote, and it also comes with a FTSO vote, which you provide to the Flare Time Series Oracle data providers or / signal providers. And that is what decentralizes the price feeds that support the FXRP system. The whole FAsset system needs the most accurate price feeds. So you having your Flare token on the Flare network, just delegating your FTSO vote, which is at no risk to your token. You don't need to do anything with your Flare token except keep it in your Flare wallet. And you just delegate the vote from your wallet to a signal provider, and now you will earn those FTSO rewards will be paid out daily or multiple times per week. Now, how much rewards is that you could earn? And it's massive. So now this is where the inflation comes in, and everyone gets all freaked out by inflation. Oh, they hear the word inflation, it's bad. In this situation, it's very good, and it's being utilized in a way that is absolutely brilliant. It's an economic game theory design that works with the other incentives of the network. So for every Flare token you have, you get one Flare FTSO vote. Now you delegate that to a signal provider, and per day, the inflation rate is 10% of the total supply, 100 billion for the first year. So that means there's roughly going to be 833 million Flare rewarded per month to everyone who participates and provides accurate data. So the more people that participate, the less flare there is to go around. But in the beginning, while most people are focusing on exchanges, the price going up and down, see if they could swing trade, or just sit there holding it and hoping it goes up in value, those people will not benefit from this. And we're going to go here. So the flare Oracle acts as an inflation mechanism for the network. So it's rewarding the Flare token holders. It's equivalent to mining on Bitcoin. It acts as an economic incentive for Flare token holders to act honestly. And what's very important here is it transfers value from people who do not participate in the system or who participate in a malicious fashion to people who provide utility for the network. So you delegating those votes to a signal provider is providing massive utility to the network, because accurate data is the most important, and no other network has a Oracle system built into it like this. So the signal providers could pull their price feeds from Chainlink, they could pull them from Band, wherever they pull them from, they still got to run through the time series Oracle. And we don't need to go into the details of how that works. You delegating your vote, you're going to earn rewards, let's put it that way. And there's going to be plenty of options who to delegate your vote, and it's at no risk to your token. So you're going to earn on a daily or bi-daily basis these Flare rewards just for holding Flare. Now, once again, you could utilize this Flare tokens while you're earning the rewards. So you have a couple options. You could actually delegate your actual Flare token to an agent and earn a percentage of their fees, which those fees they collect in XRP or whatever the underlying FAsset is when the originator mints the FXRP, because you would be providing Flare that the agent would use as collateral to back that FXRP in that system. That's one option. You don't have to. That's risking, giving your token. You could also use Flare in any of the DeFi applications. You could put in a Flare farm pool or whatever other application on Flare that you still are ownership and it's in a smart contract. So collateralized deposition, for example, you would still be able to earn, you would still be able to delegate your votes while utilizing the token. And this is game changing here, because you cannot do that in Ethereum 2.0 or any other proof of stake network. To secure the network there, you need to delegate your actual token to a validator so they could validate blocks with that. With Flare, the network is secured in a different way that doesn't require value to secure the network. So that native token value can be rewarded to users for providing utility of data provisioning. And that's what one of the big game changers is here. So you could earn the inflation rewards and you could use your token. And this will continue to put Flare into the hands of those who participate in the network and are good citizens and provide utility. Those people on exchanges trying to swing trade or, just doing nothing are, you could say, being inflated away. I mean, the inflation's only going to be high in the beginning, and most of the people that do receive the inflation rewards are just going to use them again to earn more rewards. And now people outside the network are going to see this, and they're going to want to come in and buy Flare so they could earn more rewards. So in the beginning, the first few weeks, the first month, the first few months, that's when the highest ROI or APY will be for Flare holders. And now if you have your FAssets on there, you're earning Flare every day too. So then you could use that Flare to go delegate as well. So see how this is, it's like spinning the flywheel super fast right out the gate. So it's incentivizing this behavior. And data provisioning is very important because now being connected to the Litecoin blockchain and being connected to the XRP Ledger blockchain, both these agents are running nodes on both networks. So they're digesting the whole Litecoin blockchain and the whole XRP Ledger. And that is just the start. Bitcoin's coming next. So expect that. And us as Flare holders, you also get one other thing with that. You get a true governance vote. So everyone in the network can participate evenly in governance. Unlike other networks where just the validators or just the nodes participate in the governance. In this, everyone participates in the governance right from their wallet. So if you own, depending on how many Flare tokens you own, and your Flare tokens could be locked in a smart contract there, they could be in a collateralized deposition, they could be staked in the FXRP system, in the FAsset collateral system, and you could still vote with that governance vote, even though those tokens are being utilized already. And the foundation is predominantly going to run the reports and put out some proposals. And there's a whole governance structure. We'll go through that in this channel. And this was just kind of a brief overview of the incentives. And that is the main point that I'm trying to get with this channel in the beginning, is to get everyone in the community to understand you're a citizen of this network. This network is for you, but it could also be used by institutions, and it will be. The way the consensus structure is set up, it is designed to hold trillions in value. So as it connects to other blockchains like Bitcoin, Litecoin, XRP Ledger, it's actually tapping into the decentralization of those networks, because it's going to overlap the UNLs from those validators and nodes on those ledgers with the ones on the Flare. So you're creating like a super decentralized network right out the gate with this incentive program in multiple assets. So just for minting FXRP, you're incentivized just to mint it, and you're going to get rewards, which are going to be Flare. And now you have those Flare rewards, you could delegate them, earn more Flare rewards. And then you have whole things like Flare Finance and DeFi, and we're going to go into that. But I wanted to get this as my first video out there to really show how powerful Flare network is. And everyone has been saying, oh, I'm so bullish on Flare, it's going to be a monster. But why is it going to be a monster? It's because it takes that scarcity model, flips it on its head, turns it sideways 2 ways, because it's providing utility, it's providing storage demand, and it's unlocking value on other networks. So it's bringing that financial energy that's stored on the Bitcoin blockchain, just sitting there, that store of value aspect. And even to an extent, the XRP Ledger hodlers, that's just financial energy that's just dormant, that could now come and be utilized and provide utility on Flare. And tons of different applications are going to be built. But the FXRP system is the FAsset system is a collateral system. So it's going to run in some autonomous type of way, and it's got the Oracle system built into it. So I hope everyone gained some knowledge out of that first video. We're going to dive into this further and deeper in every possible way, so we understand how Flare network functions, all the components of it, why its incentive programs is set up the way it is, what do those incentive programs, what kind of behaviors does it incentivize, what are going to be the effects and the outcome of that. And instead of just trying to guess like what the price is going to be, what the network comes out, focus on understanding how the incentives are aligned and how you could benefit, because those who participate early on are going to benefit massively. And the laggards will be the people who look at the exchanges and are just staring at the price. And we could already see that, how there's a lot of focus on the IOUs. And you know what? Price is relevant, yes. And it is something to keep an eye on. But we have this opportunity that is unbelievable that we've never had before as XRP hodlers, and no other networks had things like this. All the rewards usually go to the miners, or they go to the validators in proof of stake. This one, we get rewarded just for clicking a button in a wallet and voting. And then we also get, just for minting our XRP on a smart contract platform, we're going to get more flair for that. And that does not come out of the inflation. And everything is a governance vote. So Litecoin has its own rewards pool. We'll go into that in another video. But I hope you guys took away some good information here and the details on how you can be a citizen. You will be a citizen of the Flare network, and you will be rewarded, and you will be able to participate in a trustless, risk-free manner. If you would like further information on the Flare network, please go to the DeFiStandard.com. That is my website, and I have a few people I'm working with that have helped put it together, and we just got it off the ground, and it's going to be a great resource along with these videos. So thank you, everyone, and I'm Mickey B. Fresh, and I'm out.